It has a bigger objective about sort of transitioning Latrobe into a low-carbon future. But the ReActivate part of the stage called ReActivate Latrobe is actually focused on the sort of town centres and reconnecting the community to the town centres. You'll see that in a number of the towns throughout Latrobe there is sort of maybe a disconnect with the town centre. There was a lot of empty stores, maybe not as many people as there used to be that walked through those areas. So we're trying to sort of bring life back to the towns, but in a way that it acknowledges the wonderful things that happen in the area. So all the sort of amazing artists, the makers, so the really rich cultural history that it has.
The festival has expanded a bit this year. Can you describe what you've got, some of the new features this year?
Well, we started off last year about sort of profiling sort of makers, and slowly now we've got performers that are expanded performers as a part of the festival, and projection works that are expanded right throughout the town.
And one of those projection works is by Ronald. Ronald, what's the work that's been projected of yours? Can you tell us a bit about it?
One of the artworks is a Gunai Dreamtime story. That's part of where I'm from, and that's the Gunai Gippsland area. It takes me back to the Dreamtime stories and bring it back in today's world, the 21st century, and to share cultures within this big event for tomorrow night.
And taking a look at your painting that's been worked into an animation, it sort of depicts, you might be able to correct me here, 2 ducks sitting in a boat or two birds sitting in a boat, is that right?
It's a pelican and a duck. In Gunai, it's Boron and Tuck. That's the Gunai language, but I paint it very differently how I see the Boron and Tuck.
You've had your painting shown in galleries before. How do you feel about it being projected onto a building now?
I think me being the first Indigenous in Gippsland showcasing these art on big projectors. Yes, I'm very happy and very proud to have my artwork in partnership with Reconnecting to the Valley.
Being a part of what's been happening here in Morwell in the past couple of months, you would have noticed the smoke from the mine fire, and no doubt you've probably talked about it with people around you. What do you think an event like this does for people in Morwell to bring them out in the town?
This event, Winter Night, will reconnect the people back to the valley. And with the smoke, I was living here and I seen the disadvantage of the community with the main connection of what was happening at that time.
Rose, how do you feel about that as well? Obviously, in the lead up to this festival, you wouldn't have known that was going to happen. How do you feel about it now?
Look, I hope that through the work that we're doing that we bring back hope and sort of a more positive vibe to the community. It has been a really difficult period for everyone involved, and hopefully we can sort of move forward, or this helps everyone sort of to move forward a little.
You've also got some artworks that are showing in businesses and empty shop fronts, as you mentioned. How receptive has the town been to having art taking over their city centre?
Ever since we started the work, I guess people hesitated initially when we started, but everyone's been incredibly supportive and is actually just offering any way that they can help. It has been quite sort of amazing, really, to see that change.
Ronald, have you noticed around town that everyone's getting excited in the lead up to the festival? Are they curious?
It's a very great opportunity to take on board and to take you places that your art will never thought you will go. So this is one big project that I always thought of because I always think of the White Night and always wanted to have my artwork in their buildings.
So in a sense, you'd be part of your own sort of local White Night?
Yeah, in other words, yeah. So I'm very happy and very privileged to be a part of this event.
Rose, what role do you see art playing in terms of the reactivating of the community?
I think there's a long history of this community being innovative, and it might be innovative in terms of engineering, in terms of, I guess, there's a whole range of industries that were related to the power industry, and there was incredible innovation there. It is actually telling another story about the innovation that's a part of the valley. And I see that the creative areas and the making areas are a part of that.